After watching this video all the way to the end, you'll be able to clear 100 to 200 more space, more inventory space for your artifacts in Raid Shadow Legends and accessories, of course. This is an advanced cleanse, not just your beginner basic cleanse that tells you what to keep or what to sell. No, that's not this type of video. This is the cleanse you do after you've done the cleanse already. By cleanse, I mean you've already collected everything from your inbox and you've deleted the bad ones, the flat start and all that. You've done all that, but still yet you're looking for more space. You need extra 100, extra 200 space to be made available in your artifacts storage or in your accessory storage. So that's what this video is about. I got this idea, I think, from Nobcax yesterday when I saw his gear cleanse video. It was quite detailed, but I've already done my cleanse because of the artifact enhancement that is currently going on. I've done my cleanse. I currently do have about 80 space right there, but there's more space you can make, and that's what I wanted to put together in this video and show you a tip on how you can get more space from your artifacts. So it's quite simple. I'll not beat about the bush much further. If you hit filter right here, you agree with me that all your artifacts you currently have in my inventory, these are the good artifacts, the ones that I've rolled to 8, 4, 12, and so far the substats, I'm okay with them being in my inventory. They should stay. I'm going to use it on somebody in the future. It might be this month, it might be 6 months, but somebody might use that artifact in the future. Also, when you have them rolled up that much, the Hades tool is able to have more options when you begin to do the slider. Oh, I want speed. Oh, I want more HP. It can now look through those artifacts and make suggestions based on what you have. That's why you should always have that amount of extra artifacts. But if you need more space, if you're tired of always running out of space, this is what you do. Simply hit the weapon right there. It shows you all your weapons you currently have rolled up, good weapons. These are ones you've decided to keep, right? Now, as you go through your sets from weapons, you know which weapons should have which sets. I'm not talking about life should have HP now. You see, clearly this one has accuracy, and you think, okay, it doesn't have HP, so I'm going to sell it. These are offsets. Offsets don't count. I'm not talking about offsets. I'm talking about the next one I'll show you is speed. What are you expecting to see in speed substats on these weapons? Speed, 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 right? One doesn't have speed. It has triple resistance. That's why it stayed, right? It can be used as an offset. Like I said, we're not talking about offsets. We're talking about the main stats right now. This one has 5 speed right there. This one has 11 speed. This one has 12 speed. This one has 16 speed. And this one is 11 speed and 9 speed. I want to sell 3. Why? Because I need more space. You already have how many speeds weapons right here? You don't need this many speed weapons right now. So I'm going to sell the worst one that has the worst speeds that are possible. So again, we're not talking about offsets that you can use on somebody else. So the one I'm targeting is this one that has 9 speed. Sell. Why? Because I have 16 speed and I have 12 speed, right? You might say roll it one more time. My roll double speed. So if you want to roll it again just to confirm that you don't roll into speed, maybe do that so you can maybe clear your conscience that you did not sell it for nothing. See? So no, it had 9 speed. I really need to roll it twice to know whether I'll sell it or not. So if you want to take it to 12, just to be sure, you can take it to 12. This one has 11 speed. I have 16 speed, so I don't need that 11 speed. 12 speed can stay, and I'll sell this 11 speed. But before I sell this 11 speed, let me roll it once to 12 and see if it's going to roll speed twice. It did not, so I'm going to sell it. But it has crit rate and crit damage, so it might be used as an offset for somebody, so it can stay. That's an offset piece right now. So you see me, what I just did to speed, I sold my worst speed substats and I kept the best one. So initially when you are rolling up all your artifacts, immediately it enrolled 1 speed or twice 2 speed. You want to keep it. But I'm saying later, if you go through and select your best ones, you find some that are worse. So you don't need to keep 20, 30 of these weapons only. You just need to keep the best ones. It can be 5, it can be 10, depending on how many champions you hope to build in the future. So that's why I call this one the cleanse after the cleanse. So for crit rates, I'm looking for crit. It doesn't have crit. I'm looking for crit right here. it doesn't have crit. Okay, this also has 7 crit, and this one doesn't have crit at all. So I'm gonna sell this one. Fine, attack is kind of rare to really use attack, so I'm gonna sell it because of that flat HP and that double roll into attack. So for crit damage, what am I expecting to see? Crit damage on the substats, or if it's gonna be used as an off piece. So if I don't see crit damage, that's an automatic, or crit rate at least. That has 11 crit rate. This has double attack, it can be used. This has 17 crit rate. Yes, most of them has crit rate, so I'm going to keep the best one that has the best crit rate. So this one has 21 crit rate. So if I have 21 crit rate here, and then I have this one has plus attack, why this has plus speed. I already have one which has high speed here but no crit rate. So it seems like all of them are for keeps right now. That's what it looks like. But the fact is, I use more savage than I use this crit damage set. So there's no reason for me to keep this many, but I'm just being kind of picky about it because they usually use that as an offset, especially. So I might want to sell this one, but it can be used. It's hard, I know. It's hard to choose, especially for damage sets. Damage sets are kind of hard to come by because the Fire Knight is it's not something you farm all the time. Now you can see me being very strict about my accuracy sets. Why? Because perception set is where I keep most of my accuracy stuff. So I don't really keep a lot of accuracy anymore, except it's, you know, good like this. Or this one is not even good. It didn't even roll into accuracy, but I kept it because it can be used as an offset for somebody also. This one once into accuracy and speed twice, so I sold most of them. Resistance, I'm looking to see resistance. It's not really a damage set, so there's no reason for me to keep this. It rolls twice, but if it rolls triple crit damage, it might be used as an offset to somebody. So offsets are fine to keep. This has 1 resistance roll, this has 21 right there, so it's fine to keep because it has resistance. So I don't keep a lot of them is also, except it gives me that resistance substat I'm looking for. And for lifesteal, I don't use a lot of lifesteal anymore, so there's no reason for me to have this many lifesteal artifacts. I'm not going to go through all them. I'm just going through the most popular ones, so you be able to do the same for your roster and delete the ones that are not necessary to be kept. Accuracy, crit damage, resistance, no, that is a sell. Crit rate and HP, that's a sell also. Double crit, that's a keep. That's a keep also. If I see another keep, this is double accuracy, that's a sell. I don't need that high much of an accuracy on a champion that needs lifesteal. And even if I do, I'll have it in my substat or I'll have it in the banner. That's the triple resistance is a keep. Resistance is a keep because I'm kind of end game, so I value resistance substats a lot more these days. So if you do not value resistance, you might not want to keep that many resistance substat. It might be an instant sell for you when something rolls into double resistance if you're not caring about Doom Tower hard especially. Alright, I think I should slim this down more, but I'll just leave them for now. If I need more space, I'll return back to that lifesteal and trim them some more down because I don't have a lot of champions in lifesteal anymore. This Fury set, I use it on champions that I use for unkillable teams because of this damage increases as HP decreases. But when this block damage comes in clan boss, don't usually use it anymore, so there's no reason for me to keep them. I used to use this on the man-eater comms, double man-eater comms. So right now it's time for me to slim them down because my unkillable teams right now go with Demeter and they no longer would go with double man-eaters. So let me slim down the pickings. Double crit damage can stay. Double HP can stay. Double resistance can stay as an offset. It's not necessary that I'll actually use them on somebody. Good. So remember, if you move them to 12, you can be sure whether they can stay or not. But if you're not want to spend up to 12, you can make your decision right at 8. And crit rate, crit damage can stay. Day set is not something you want to keep a lot of, except it rolls good stuff like this. So if I roll this once and it doesn't go to crit rate or crit damage, I'll sell it. I need it to go to, yes, it went to crit rate, so it's gonna go as an offset to somebody. So yes, so it's gonna stay for now. Who knows, it might even go crit rate again when I move it to 16. If this doesn't go to accuracy, the third roll, I'll sell it. It did not go to accuracy, so I'll sell it. So I usually want to keep this as an offset to somebody. If I need accuracy, I'll go to perception. So there's no reason for me to keep that 30 accuracy. I know it's a lot, but I'll rely on perception for my accuracy for champions, not an offset for accuracy. Frost set is not the set I keep a lot of resistance and HP. Usually for tanks, it's not usually, you don't find a frost test on somebody who does damage. You find it on tanks, so you need HP, defense, speed, maybe. That's HP and resistance. That's accuracy. I always think of Molly Tankard when I have a frost set, somebody who has a provoke. So I'm gonna sell just that one because it's the weakest link right there. At least these ones have one more rows in terms of substats to go. Frenzy set is one that I didn't want to keep a lot of, but when people started building frenzy set on somebody like what's his name? I think is that's poison champion that can solo the dragon. I decided to start keeping some of it because I wanted to build him as a solo dragon farmer for 24. So that's why I'm keeping this set. Normally I don't keep a lot of it. I usually look for speed and resistance. I think speed and resistance are the two stuff I need on him to make him not get too much debuffs on him and take turns in the dragon. So that's a team that I hope to build in the future. That's why I'm keeping all these sets right now. Regen sets, I'm gonna keep it because I don't farm the Fire Knight a lot, and there are specific champions or specific areas where you don't just have enough immortal to make it happen. So I want to keep regen set, a lot of it. That's why I'm not gonna be doing any slim pickings here. I'll let it stay on the account for now until I have all my champions that I need in regen built, especially for those Doom Tower stages. All right, immunity is not a set I use anymore. Initially, I thought it will be very important in the arena, but these days, I don't have one champion built in immunity, but see how many I'm keeping. The truth is, they're usually used as an offset for somebody. This has double resistance and 1 flat HP right there, so I'm going to sell it. So let me slim it down. Double attack, I'll roll it once more. If it goes to attack, I'll keep it. This has speed, but it went one over there. I'll try to see if it rolls speed twice. That's a good roll into speed. This has crit, I'll sell it. Attack and crit damage and flat HP at a sell. I'm slimming it down like this because I don't have a lot of champions, or I don't build champions in immunity much. But if you have resistance, I think there was one I found with resistance. Nah. If you have resistance in immunity, it's something you might keep so your immunity set don't get removed, especially in PvP. But as we all know, the arena right now is kind of easy, so it's not a set that I'm hoping to build for arena teams right now. And of course, what do you call this set? Stone Skin is the new immunity right now. You don't really need this anymore. If you need somebody in immunity, put them in Stone Skin instead of this one. I'll keep this one because it has resistance and speed. Speed, double speed, yeah. Crit damage and speed, not really. People who are usually in immunity sets are not known to be built into damage, except you're building specific teams. So immunity are usually found on tanks, I guess. So I think that's enough. 6 to be sold out of that. Woo, I'm really coming down in terms of the space. Now for shield set, is HP I'm looking for. There's no doubt about it. Any champions who has the shield set must have HP. If I can find speed and other things, fine. This has 7 HP right there, fine. This has 17 speed offset maybe. So that would be a sell if I don't find anything better. Because 17 speed might look a lot, but that's HP. That's what I'm looking for. Speed, 15 speed, no HP. So I have 17 speed here and I have 15 speed, so I have something to sell. So I'm comparing this one that was bad, but it has 17 speed, with this one that was also bad, but it has 15 speed. So that's how I'm deciding. Resistance, no HP, so this might be a sell, but if it rolls into one more resistance, it might be an offset. Crit damage, offset. If I rolls one more crit damage. HP right there, it's a keep. Attack, no HP at all. Even if it rolls triple attack, it might be an offset. So let me quickly find out if this offset might work. I know I'm using offset as a big excuse to not sell this stuff. Did I sell one that I was not supposed to? The legendary one. I think I did. I sold it by error. Anyways, crit damage again. Went HP. It's a keep now because it has HP. Which one again? Resistance, triple resistance. If it doesn't go into resistance, it's a sell. It did. That's an offset right there. So during artifact enhancement is the best time to find out this difference between 12 and 8. That's a keep because there's HP right there, resistance and speed and HP. So just 1 or 2 was sold out of that. For Relentless, I'm looking for speed. A lot of speed in Relentless because champions who are in Relentless usually want to go fast. But because it's not a set that you get often in terms of the 6-star pieces, it's not a set you just want to come here and sell all of. No. I'll recommend you keep them even if they're kind of, not so good in terms of the substats. See, I'm not finding speed, but I kept them because there might be a time where I just need a champion in Relentless, and even if I can find my speed elsewhere, he will still have that 4-piece Relentless. That's why I have a lot of them. But it's a set I should really try to slim down on. But when I start getting better ones, especially those legendary 6-star ones from Tag Team Arena tournaments, I'll come here and slim this down. For now, this is not a set I want to sell a lot of because it's hard to get. Same applies to the Savage. It's not a set I want to sell a lot of because I'm looking for crit damage and crit rate on these Savage sets because that's the most two important substats. Speed is not so important in your Savage set because of your damage dealers usually don't require that much speed, right? So except you're going attack on the boots, and then you might need some speed in your substat. But the main thing I'm looking for is crit rate and crit damage. I'm not seeing it right there. I see crit rate right there. So this might be a sell despite the 14 speed and attack 5. So I'll come down to that one. That's crit rate right there. It stays. Let me hit sell on this one first of all to make sure it's ready to be gone. Crit damage twice. That's a keep. Crit damage twice. That's a keep. Now I'll compare both of them. This is crit damage 20 and this is crit damage 18. But this is crit damage with attack, while this is crit damage with HP. So which one do you think might be sold? The one crit damage with HP has to be sold. That's if I was to sell any of them, HP has to go because attack is a better start for a damage dealer than crit damage, especially when his damage is based on HP. Damage is based on attack. So I'll have to keep this one and sell this one. But for now, I'll go to keep both of them because I have a lot of champions to build in these sets. A lot of champions that are still getting their masteries, so I'll keep them for now. I have a lot of up to 6-7 champions that don't have any gear on them that rely on Savage sets, so that's why I'm keeping a lot of them for now. Flat HP. Why did I keep this one? That's a sell instant. Do you need triple resistance on the crit damage set? You don't. Except it goes into triple resistance and then it will be an off piece for somebody. So let's find out. If it goes HP or flat HP, it's a sell. It went triple resistance. That's an offset for somebody. Oh, resistance is kind of hard to come by. So when you can find it in substat, make sure you keep it because resistance champions will need a lot of them in offsets if you don't farm Ice Golem a lot. So you won't have the main resistance sets to put on them. Double attack and 1 crit damage can stay for now. Crit rate and HP. If it rolls into anything else, it might be gone. But this has speed right there though. Went flat, so it's gone. Why? Because I have better rolls of crit rate. This is gone. I have better rolls of crit rate and I don't need HP that much. Even if it has 6 speed right there, I have even something that has better speed right here. Alright. Have slimmed down on Savage set a little bit. Let's scroll down. Destroy set, I don't keep a lot of it. And all right, this is coming up to 20 minutes, but I guess you get the gist by now. You know what I'm doing right now. You know that from stun set, what do I need? Speed. Any champion that I want to put in stun gear, I need them to be fast. So that has speed. This does not have speed. It has HP. If it goes into triple speed, it might be a roll. It went into HP, it can stay. It can stay because it might be used on somebody. It went to accuracy. Crit rate, HP, crit damage. I'm not building damage on a champion who is going to be in a stun set. That's a sell. I'm looking for speed substat on stun sets. That's what I'm looking for personally. So this might be an offset for somebody. This has 5 speed, it might stay. So you know what I'm doing right now. Crit rate is what I look for retaliation, because I know I'm usually need it on somebody that is a healer or a tank, I guess. And this one is a set that is needed for tanks. So if it doesn't have HP, defense, all those, it does. Your weapons can't have defense. It might be a cell. Now, I've spent so much time on weapons and deleted so many stuff. Imagine if you did the same for helmets. What happens? Do the same for your helmets. Do the same for your shield, and so on. You find so many space. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for to trim down, even if they are all good, even if they are all legendary. I'm looking for the worst ones out of them to delete, to sell. That's what I'm doing. So do the same for your artifacts. I really don't want this one to be a 30-minute video. I just wanted to see an example of how I was strict with my weapons. And if you can do the same, you will find out yourself having 100, 200 additional space. Go over to shield. The one that I think is most easiest to figure out is boots, because this one, all you need is speed, right? Speed, yes. So how many 5-star speed are you keeping? Initially, before I did this yesterday, I had over, because it was 5-star speed, 6-star speed, I kept a lot of them. So I came over here and I sold a lot of 5-star speed, especially the one did not have crit rate or triple something, So I needed to keep the ones that have good substats and not the one that had flat substats. They are all 5-star speed, we agree, but I had to sell a lot of them. So the same thing here. This one is 6-star. If it doesn't have good rolls, I decided to sell them. That's a double. You see, so I kept the ones that are good, and I've already done my cleanse for boots. So I'm not going to be doing cleanse for boots again right now. So for defense, you can apply some defense rolls. Right now, you're seeing all my boots. If you want to be very precise, go over to defense. How many defensive percentage boots are you keeping? I have one, right? One. That's it. Because I don't have a lot of champions being built in defense. The same thing applies for HP percentage boots. How many am I keeping? One. Right, that's it. And if you check out these ones I'm keeping, they have good substat rolls. That's why they are actually kept, not because of the HP main stat. So you have to be strict with this stuff, and that's how you get this space out of it. Why did I keep this one? Good substat rolls, it might be used on somebody in the future. Not likely, but just in case you need that HP, extra HP, especially in your Vogos who need HP boots. That's why I kept those ones, 4 or 5. So be strict with it. I don't want to go over everything and then we end up making this video a 30-minute video. You can see right there, I went from 80 space or so when we started to now additional 20 is gone, and I currently, or 30 space has been created just from weapons. If I do the same for shield, helmet, gauntlet and all that, you end up having a lot of space. So let me just end it with this last one more last one. So you just drive the point home. Crit damage on the gauntlet, how many am I keeping? And do they have crit? Everybody says yes, you need it on damage dealers. If it's on a crit damage set, I'll keep it. If it's on this one, if it doesn't have that crit rate, I will not keep it. So crit rate, this is a sell. I just kept it because it's a single one in lifesteal gear. That's why it's there. So I'm trying to keep one from each set. Why did I keep 2 from this one? Because it has 18 crit rate and 19 crit rate. So these are kept as offset for somebody else. So, and they're all 6-star right there. Why did I keep this one? Because it's the only one I have in Relentless. So you can see the thought. I'm not keeping a lot of it. Even in a set like Perception that you have a lot of them, I only kept 1. And it didn't even roll crit rate. So why am I keeping it? Is because it's the only one I have in Perception. So I think I already did fine. It finally went to crit rate, and that's a good reason now to keep it. So I'm keeping 1 or 2 out of it. If you have a lot of space, you can keep 3, 4 out of it. But I decided to keep 1 because I'm going to be doing a lot of perception crafting, and I'll get new ones and I'll have a lot of space to keep them. All right, let me end it there. Let me know what you guys think about this cleanse after the cleanse video. It's a deeper cleanse than you normally would do, from just leveling up items to 4 and 8 and knowing if they are good or not. This cleanse went into you deciding how many you should keep per set and whether you need them for in the future or not, don't keep a lot. You have to really slim them down. Now, I didn't take time to go into accessories, but the same rule applies. The same rule applies. I'm still holding on to you guys, I know. Head over here. Accuracy. How many accuracy am I keeping on each set? How many accuracy? That's a lot. This is too much. This is too much. So I need to slim this down and sell a lot of it. So this is fine. This is fine. But when you see a set that you're keeping a lot of, you know, and you need to slim it down to just a few, or the one that has that triple speed, double speed. If it doesn't roll speed at all, sell it. If it doesn't, maybe triple HP, maybe triple defense, yeah, keep it. So you have a lot to do in your artifacts to cleanse space. So do that. Let me know what you think about this video. Hit that like button if you like this one. I know this is not your normal cleansing video. This went deeper into deciding how many to keep, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. How do you think you can improve this? If I made any mistake, I always look forward to your improvements in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.